It's like a World Cup match. By the way, USA going to beat Wales in the World Cup opener, Barry?
I was going to turn this microphone off, of course.
No, that was a question.
It's a tough group.
You know, I don't think this has been anything close to a stellar performance from Gilberto. I do wonder, Barry, what the impact was of his brother coming back to the locker room in rough shape, having to be taken to the hospital just before his spring walk. I think that's a variable.
Let me get this set up.
When you see your brother in that type of condition just before you go into a fight.
You certainly can, and they might have, but this is how he fights, you know. I still think he's good, but he is hittable.
Well, if we look objectively at how Gilberto has fought this fight, we think he's winning the fight, but I don't see this fight as a reason to believe he's ready for world level competition. I think he's going to need.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Okay, let me see who's in the chat. How do I make this bigger?
Both guys landing some power punches. A good uppercut from Rodriguez. It's been competitive.
Let's see. Joab C, did I say that correctly? I don't think I did. But if you're still here, man, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, man? What's going on? Where are you from? Where are you from? Let me know where you're from in the comments, man. What do you think of? How you thinking of the fight so far? Let me drop a little poll. Who we got tonight? We're just going to wait for a couple more people to come in. Let's see how it's going. But what's going on with you, man? If you can hear me, let me know where you are from. Let me know where you're coming from. Missed a whole bunch of the fights. I'm just now tuning into it, being able to see this one. I know we got a big one coming up next. That's going to be nice. As you come into the chat, we're still going to wait for a little bit more. As you come in, let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're watching the fight from. Should be a great card coming up. As you coming in, let me know where you're from. Drop where you're from in the comments. Man, I'm looking forward to seeing these last 3 fights. Been watching the full card. If you've been watching the full card, let me know. Nick Castro, I see you. I see you there, man. What have you thought about the fight so far? Soon as you come into the chat, we're going to wait for a couple more. Let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're watching the fight from. Kazakhstan. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you for being here, Waleed. Man, what time is it over there in Kazakhstan right now? It must be pretty early or late. Late. It must be pretty late over there, right? Yeah, it must be pretty late over there. And who do you have winning tonight? For the ones that are tuned in right now, who do you have winning tonight between Ramirez and Bivol? I know a lot of people have been going different ways with it. Last minute, people have been changing up a little bit, but it'll be good. I think it's going to come down to definitely those championship rounds. I definitely think Ramirez is going to bring the pressure early in this fight. But also the co-main event. I mean, the last two fights, man. I mean, the main cards are going to be really, really, really nice. Even this one. Who do you think won this one? For those in the live, who do you think won this one? I haven't really seen either of these guys fight too much. And when I came in to tune into it, for the main card is after this fight. The main card is after this fight. So Rock and Barrett go next, and then Chantel Cameron and McCaskill, and then Zerto and Bivol. But this is the last one before the last three. But even looking in the stands, I mean, the stands look really packed right now. Waleed, who you like in this one? Oh, from Italy. Oh, man. I've been there a bunch of times. To compete. I really enjoyed my time there, man. What time is it over there right now? If you just coming on to the chat, let me know where you are from in the comments. Kazakhstan and Italy are both in the house. I appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in. This is the first live that I've done so far, and we're definitely going to do a whole bunch more. If you're new on the channel, let me know where you're from. If you're just tuning in, let me know where you're from. Javier, is that Puerto Rico? Puerto Rico in the house, Mexico in the house. Lil Chewy, what's up, man? I'm an expert of MMA, and Bivol is deadly. Oh, man. You know, the thing that makes him so special, as I said in my breakdown video, man, is his discipline. Man, he is just tough to get out of his comfort zone. He's always going to come back to that, and I think that's what makes him so special. He doesn't do too much to overreact or to be out of his character. He's just so sound and so solid. So I think that's what Zerto has to do. Can he make this an uncomfortable fight? So it'll be interesting. Puerto Rico in the house. You know, I've never been there, man, but I want to. All of the warm places. That's where I like to be. Lil Chewy and Javier, man, who do you have in the next fight? Who do you have in the next fight between Rock and Barrett? Who do you have next? Who do you have winning that one? Cameron McCaskill. I have Chantel Cameron winning that one on points. I think McCaskill is going to come in like she always does, aggressive, and I like the style, right? But sometimes she overextends herself and leaves herself open to being clipped. And in her last fight, if Ibarra wasn't so scared and if she wasn't afraid, there were some opportunities there for her to land some clean flush shots, right? So I just think trying to apply the pressure on a boxer like Cameron, I don't think it's going to pay off for her. So I think Cameron wins on points. I think she's going to stay composed. She's going to move around the ring, and I think she's going to stay patient. And I think she's a lot quicker hand speed than a lot of people give her than people give her credit for. So that's what I think. Who do you have winning this one? It's going to be a good fight. I'm expecting that one to be an action-packed fight. Oh yeah, man, that's gonna be a very good one. You know, it's interesting because a lot of people um have him losing, right? Not a lot of people really have him winning this fight. I think it's a I think it's gonna be a 50-50 fight. I think it's gonna be competitive, very competitive fight. Plus, I think he learned a lot from that Kiko Martinez fight, right? And hoping that he did. But I think that fight really brought out that extra toughness in him. And I think he definitely needed that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're just trying to skate through these fights and boxing pretty all the time, you're going to face someone who is going to make it ugly. And we're going to have to see how you respond. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be an interesting fight. Next fight coming up, right? We have Rock and we have Barrett. Who do we have? Who do we like? Who do we like? Who do we like? Rakhmayev is too much. I like his style, man. He's pressure, southpaw. It's going to give him some problems. It's going to give him some problems. I think whoever wins this one, it's really going to set them up. Obviously, they're going to get the belt, but it's really going to put them in that category, man. And it's going to be a good fight. Now, the other question is, do any of you in the chat right now, do you think Rakhmayev knocks him out? Do you think that's a possibility? I know a lot of people are saying decision. Man, so I've been watching boxing ever since I was like 9 years old, right? Going to certain gyms, just trying to see it. But I come from the track and field space, right? So my professional sport was track and field. Been to 2 Olympic Games, 2 World Championships. And so a lot of my experience when it comes to that is from track. But I've been watching boxing for quite some time, man. And there's a lot of similarities between the two. The training, obviously, you're not getting punched in the face in track and field, but the mentality and the mindset and the movement and the biomechanics and the makeup are very similar. Joe, what's going on, man? I appreciate you tuning in, man. I know you had 12-hour shift, man, so I appreciate you tuning in, man. I'm sure you're tired. Rakhmayev by late KO. Okay, are we thinking 7-8 round KO? You know, but I think the other thing too, right? At least for me, when I was thinking about it, was it's been a while since he's been. I think this is his first fight this year, so maybe a little bit of ring rust. Maybe a little bit of ring rust, right? So we might see how much that plays into it. The Castro, no, man, not a boxer, brother, not a boxer, man. In another life, though. In another life. In another life. If you're in the chat, look, did any of you make any bets today? Make any bets on the fight? And if so, who did you bet on? I know a lot of people have told me they put some big money on Zerto winning tonight. 3 hours of sleep, man. Just catch up on the show. If I don't sleep during that. Joe, I ain't mad at you, man. I appreciate you taking the time. Man. Hey, definitely got to get that. Definitely got to get that sleep in. Sleep is a precious commodity, and we definitely need it. So I appreciate you, man. Castro, I appreciate that, man. I really do. I always try and use my time in the professional setting to give a different output, right? Because as I said, you know, track and field and boxing are very similar mentality-wise. You know, when you're walking down the track in front of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, you know, you can't, you know, it can freeze you up. And if you go into a race and you're not locked in and dialed in, you're not going to win that race. And so a lot of it really reminds me of boxing. So I just try to give a whole different spectrum from my experience in that space. And really glad that you guys appreciate it and that you guys like it, man. So again, thank each of you for tuning in and checking this out with me, man. I really appreciate it. I said first live, planning to do a couple more as the channel continues to grow. But seriously, really appreciate each of you. So I missed a whole bunch of the card. I've been out and about. So if you're just coming on, recap me some of the fights that happened earlier. I heard Haddon had a nice body shot to close out that show. But what other fights did you guys like so far? If you've been watching the whole card from the start, catch me up on it. I think Zerto is going to win by UD. Unanimous decision. Wow. Could be a possibility. Could be a possibility. Who's fighting now? They are about to do Rakhmiev and Barrett. So that's the next fight. Man, that's one thing that, like, I really, as people who watch boxing, man, like, I still wonder what the heck the judges are looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been some fights, even going back to Dmitry Bivol fight, right? When he fought Canelo. All of us were probably watching it, and we saw Bivol clearly winning that fight. But then the judges go, and some of those scorecards, you're thinking to yourself, like, wait a minute, how is this so close? So every time that I see stuff like that and I see robberies, I'm just like, man, I wish I could say that I'm even surprised. But unfortunately, man, that's just how it is sometimes. It's a shame. Man, this arena looks packed. 5-1 odds on Barrett on points. You know, man, a lot of people don't think he's gonna survive this fight. They don't think he's gonna last, but I think he is. I think his movement is really going to help him out in this one. Rakhmiev is out here making man, I only saw the last like 3 rounds of that fight, but from the looks of the last fight, it seemed like that's how it was going the whole time. Didn't really seem like either man really made too many adjustments. Just from the 3 rounds that I saw, you can let me know. I didn't see the other ones. Franco, man, I only saw the last 3 rounds, brother. So I can't even give a calculated answer. I missed the first 7 rounds of it. So when I only saw the last 3 rounds. But Lil Chewy was just saying Yafi won by robbery. So I wish I would have seen more of it. I had it 5-5, no cap. Oh, so you think it's a draw? I think it was a draw. He's fine, bro. It was a draw. No one deserved to win. You know, the rounds that I saw, it looked like it was just the same fight. I didn't really see, I'd have to take another look at it, but definitely trust what you guys said. Meant the older brother Yafi won by robbery. All right, Barrett, man. I also got to admit too, it's part of me is, I was born in Jamaica as well too, so I lean a little bit towards that as well too. So should be interesting, man. He looks confident, but I don't know what his chin is like as well too. Little bit worried about that if the pressure comes and he lets himself go a little bit. Did you watch all the angles of Jake Paul? One of them, the clearest one at the Photoshop shows the punch clearly did not correct. You know what, man? Every time that I see Jake Paul in a fight, I always think to myself, Silva on paper, you look at it and it should be, he has more skills. But anytime Jake Paul is in a fight, I know he's going to lose at some point, but it's not going to be anytime soon. Definitely as long as he's fighting these guys who are over 40 years old and they don't do much boxing. So, but I will say he is getting a little bit better. He is getting a little bit better, but he's not ready for an actual boxer. There's no way he wins that against an actual boxer. I'm even a little convinced that he might beat that cat Tommy Fury. I think he beats Tommy Fury. I'm not sold on Tommy Fury either. I don't think he's really anything good to me, really. It was a flash dummy. Emmanuel Rodriguez at 118 is a problem. 118 is a nice division now. There's some dogs over there. You thought if Bivol wins, who's next match? Who will be his next victim? If Bivol wins, I mean, he says he wants the undisputed, so got to be better Biev. I don't think anything changes if he fights Canelo again. I think he wins again, in my opinion. And I know like Canelo didn't really look too well in his last fight either. It looked like he was just coasting. I know he was saying he had the injury as well too, but I don't know, man. I just don't see Canelo was a very good counterpuncher, and a lot of the times he baits these guys in, and they make a mistake, and then he catches them and he clips them. And Bivol, to me, is just such a disciplined fighter, and he's already the bigger man. So I just don't think, even if that rematch does happen, that the outcome will be any different. Now, better Biev. Now that would be an interesting fight. I like that one. I like that one right there. That would be a good one. Who would you like to see him face next? Better Biev versus Bivol, man. Man. I don't know right now. I don't know right now. Who do you think wins? Let me know. I don't know, because the thing with me is Better Biev is so heavy-handed that even if his shots don't land cleanly, it still affects you, right? And all it takes is one with him. And he's a better boxer than people give him credit for. Yeah, he's been knocking a whole bunch of people out, everybody out, but he's just that guy where all it takes is one shot, man. So that one, I think that's a 50-50 fight. And I think that one, Bivol has to stay locked in and dialed in. Benavidez versus Caleb Plant. I got to say, I was not a big fan of Caleb Plant for quite some time. I didn't even really respect him like that. But after watching him against Canelo, after watching what he did to Durrell, man, I like Caleb. But I don't think he beats Benavidez. I don't think he beats Benavidez. I don't think Benavidez is going to respect Plant, especially the power. I think everybody respects Plant's boxing IQ. I think they respect that. But I just think the pressure of David Benavidez and the length is just too much. He's going to be walking through Caleb Plant's punches. So I think Benavidez wins that one. Be interesting, though. But you know what, man? I'm glad that they went out to go and make that fight. Because if it was up to, everybody else, the industry and everything, we probably wouldn't have seen that fight anytime soon, man. I agree. Javier, I agree. Man, Lil Chewy, I agree. That's what I'm saying. I gotta respect him. I gotta respect him, man. Because I think at the end of the day, man, he's one of the few who actually he wants to fight. And he's gonna try to back it up, but I respect it, because a lot of people don't want to fight Benavidez, and I get it, right? They're warranted, like I get it, right? But if you want to be the best, if you want that shot again at 168 against Canelo, you're gonna have to go through him. So be interesting. All right, Barrett. All right, Rock. Let's see what y'all working with today. Yeah, Rock already applying the pressure. Nice little uppercut. Got to use the reach. Got to put that jab out there. Okay, Barrett. Be interesting. It'd be interesting to see how this one goes into the later rounds. And again, if you're in the chat, do me a favor and let me know how you are scoring the rounds, right? I'm always curious as to what you're seeing and what you're looking for, right? So at each round, if you can, give me your score and who do you think took it? Kind of a feel out round for both men right now. And Barrick, he can't be staying on the corner. See, this is what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to move around, going to have to be able to fight off that back foot. But he's also got to let the hands go to back him up a little bit. Check out Jake Paul video by Influencer Fights. Punch clearly didn't connect. I'm gonna check that out, Joe. I'm gonna check that out after this. Jake Paul fights are always interesting, man. They're always interesting. Yeah, I did see what Caleb Plant did after that fight. It was a lot of animosity between those two, man. I mean, Darrell was talking a lot of trash too. He was talking heavy. So, and you know, the way he got knocked out, I thought that was talk enough. But look, you know, it's this new confident Caleb Plant. I like it. I like it. All right, Rock cutting off the ring well. Yeah, he's starting to close the gap a little bit more now. Starting to close the gap a little bit more. Got to keep moving, Barrett. Got to keep moving. Let the hands go a little bit. Got to get off the ropes. Got to get off the ropes. You got to get off the ropes, man. Don't be staying in that corner. Don't be staying in that corner. Okay, not a bad first round. How do you guys score that one? Who do you think took that first round? It looked like Rock was closing the gap a little bit. I don't know if Barrett can sustain all this movement all the way through. Yeah, no, true, I agree. Calm round. Bit of a feel-out process to see what it's like. Absolutely. I'm not expecting to really see too much action until maybe the 4th or the 5th round. You know what's always interesting, man? What I like about boxing is during the time when they go back and they sit on the stool and they get in the water, and man, that part to me is so pivotal. As I said in a breakdown video before, right? Because you really get to see and make the adjustments and try to implement it. This is such a key component of it. This is where that boxing IQ kind of comes from, right? To be able to adapt and to listen to your team and to see what happens. But if Barrett doesn't let the hands go a little bit more, man, he's going to get walked down all around. And there are going to be times where he's going to have to fight off that back foot. Shots just like that. Even if they don't land cleanly, keep bringing them. You know, man, Islam is such an interesting guy, man. I mean, I don't really like comparing people like that, but him and Khabib have so much similarities. Both just tough guys to be with. I wouldn't want to fight those guys, man. I wouldn't want to fight those guys because you know he's gonna try to get you to the ground, and it's hard to get out of that. Way to back him up, Barrett. Rock closing the gap again. Got to get out the corner. Nice combination. Nice combination punch. You can tell Barrett's really trying to make sure he doesn't get clipped here. Man, his head movement is not looking too right now. Yeah, he I don't know, man. Good shot. Man, Rock is trying to take his head off, man. I like that. It's good. Ooh, slip. Another competitive round. And these are the rounds that I'm always just like, man, what are the judges seeing? I'm always just like, man, what how do y'all score these ones? You know what I'm saying? Natural Lights, what's going on with you, man? Where you tuned in from, man? Let me know where you coming from. Let me know where you watching the fight. Appreciate you tuning in. Another close round. Another close round. Good body shot. Good finish. Good finish. Second round. How we scoring that one? How we scoring that one? West Philly, man. I was just in Eastern PA not about a week ago, so I was close by. I was doing a track and field camp, and we actually had some people come down from Philly to the camp, all Philadelphia Eagled out. I know Eagles fans are celebrating right now, saying it's in the bag. What do you think about Adesanya could bury Alex Pereira? You know, that is an interesting fight because so much history between those two. And Pereira's up 2-0, right? If you're talking just kickboxing. But for me, man, I think a lot of people tuning in don't appreciate how great Izzy is, how much of a dominant champion that he's been. So for me, even though Pereira's up 2-0 in the kickboxing space, I think that Izzy has more ways to win the fight. So for me, I'm picking Izzy, but Alex Pereira, all he needs is one shot. Too early for MMA. Oh man, we go keep it till next week. UFC 281 coming up. Izzy Bayal called. Good body shot. Got him. Good stun. Nice catch. What you gonna do with it? Got him stunned a little bit. You can't give him too much time to recover. That's okay. Rock, regroup yourself. You don't have to get it back all in one round, man. Regroup yourself. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. It's a nice round. Starting to heat up a little bit. Nicastro, man. Later, man. We got the biddies fighting later. Uh-oh. Barrett got him hurt. Barrett got him on the ropes. Hitting the body. He backing up. He giving him time to recover. I wouldn't have gave him time to recover. No, sir. You got to get off the ropes, though, man. Get off the ropes. Don't get desperate. Don't get desperate. We got the man, Chantel Cameron, man. Oh, he got rocked. You don't got to head on. You don't got to do everything all in one, man. Protect yourself. Woo! 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 The hand speed right now is crazy. Hey, the hand speed right now is crazy. May have gotten his timing. He may have figured out his timing. But he doesn't, man, you don't have to headhunt, Barrett. Relax yourself. Don't allow Rock to get back in it. Barrett really sitting down on his punches this one, looking like he got trying to prove something. Don't put yourself in that position. Relax. Good round. Get off the ropes, get off the corner. Good round for Barrett. Do I box it off? So I try to, if I can, at least once or twice, 3 times a month, if I can, with the schedule now and the move now, still getting used to the transition. But I would have loved to. I would have loved to have got myself involved in it when I was younger, man. But juggling all these different sports, I wasn't able to. What about you, Joe? Do you box at all? Okay, third round. That round, we can agree. Barry got that one. Let me know if you see otherwise. Let me know. Drop it in the comments. Good round. Fight's starting to heat up a little bit. Fight's starting to heat up a little bit. That's what we want to see. That's the thing about boxing, man. Is all it takes is one shot. That's all it takes is one shot. Such momentum. Absolutely. I agree, Javier. I agree. It looks like he kind of found his timing a little bit. Barrett's really sitting down on his punches, especially in this fight. But I think he's headhunting a little bit too much to me, in my opinion. Nasser, man, who do you have a bet on in this one? Where did you put your money at in this one? Just the fan man did a little bit of bag and bad work. Here's back. That was enough to show how grueling it is. Oh man, you can say that again, man. I remember, man, I was sparring long time ago. I would usually cross train in the off season when my track and field season was done. Got him again with that same uppercut. Man, what do you, man? Pick your hands up. Come on, man, protect yourself. Rock's fighting a little emotional now. Joe, my fault, man. I forgot to finish what I was saying. So I used to use boxing as like cross training when my season in track and field was done, just to stay active, to stay fit. And I remember sparring for 3 minutes. I was like, man, 3 minutes is a long time when you're in the ring. So I got nothing but respect for boxers, man. Being able to go that 3 minutes, 12 rounds, man, it is no joke. Still late KO by Rockman. That's what I'm talking about, Javier, man. Double down on that statement, man. Double down on your pick. Nasir says, I'm so embarrassed. Oh man, you believed. I like it. I like the boldness. If you're gonna bet, sometimes you gotta bet. You gotta go hard, right? I like that. Ooh. Yeah, these guys really sitting down on the punches right now. I think Rock is fighting a little emotional right now. Coming in with his chin high. Barrett's arm reach, his length, that same shot is going to be there if he's patient. And the thing is, Ken Rock keeps killing him with that left, with that same jab. I'm wondering a little bit, man, because Rock looks like he's still trying to find his groove. I'm wondering if that layoff a little bit, his first fight this year, I'm wondering if that is taking time for him to get adjusted with. I'm not going to lie, Barrett's looking pretty sharp right now. He's still getting clipped a little bit, but he does look sharp. It's a nice round. How we scoring this one? I think that's another round for Barrett. I got that one for Barrett as well. Joe, man, hey, let's get right. You know, he's doing well. I really think right now, Rock is the one who's fighting emotional, and I think Barrett's the one who is in control of it right now. He's got the quicker hands, and his counter-punching is really on right now. Franco, these guys look super lightweight, don't they? They are really big for the division. Man, speaking of that, right, did you see AkeemHaynes standing next to Lomachenko? I was thinking to myself, what is going on? AkeemHaynes looked massive compared to Loma. We still think Loma is best at a 126, 130, right? 135 is different for him, but yeah, AkeemHaynes looks big, man. So yeah, man, these guys do look big for this division. Brother Francisco, man, good to see you, man. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for your time. Thank you for tuning in, man. So I thought things was about to heat up in the 5th round, but clearly I was 2 rounds wrong. I was 2 rounds too early. Started heat up in the 3rd round. So adjustments is what I would like to see here, especially for Rock. I think he's headhunting a lot in this fight right now. I think he's still fighting a little emotional. Yeah, man, Devin Haney. I really hope we get the announcement of that fight so far soon, anyway, before the year's end. Hey, gather yourself. Come on, come on. You guys are headhunting, man. Both of these men need to calm down a little bit.
Discipline's the key now. That's the key thing right now. Not to get too crazy for 2 mistakes. You know each other.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody that's been tuning in. Again, this is the first live, and we're going to do a bunch more in the future. Hopefully a couple more before the year's end, depending on what the fights look like. And if there's any ones that you would like to jump on live, please let me know. Let me know. We can always make that happen in some form. As we're watching this, I want to get you guys' thoughts on this, right? Obviously, there's a lot of talks about the Spence and Crawford fight, but I'm not surprised that we aren't getting it this year. I'm expecting that we're going to get it next year. Good shot by Rock, good straight hand. But Terrence Crawford and Avison, what do you guys think about that one? I've never heard of Avison before, so I'm not well versed enough on his career to really give my 2 cents. But so far, what do you guys think of it? Let me know. Let me know. And also, Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. That's a big fight. I like that fight. That's a big fight. Barrett, you got to get off that back foot. Got to move. Got to move. Rock turning the pressure up. Got to move. Got to stay disciplined. Got to get off the ropes. Got to get off the ring. But you got to fire back. He's got to fire back. Otherwise, he's walked down with the pressure. Rock's still gonna bring it. Yeah, I think the rust a little bit is messing with his timing a little bit. Clean him with the right hand. Man, Barrett's counter punching is looking nice right now. Doing everything, he's sitting on everything behind these shots too. Ooh, big shot by Rock to close out that one. Good fight. Good competitive fight. After that one, who do we have in this one? How do we score that one? Who did you score that one for? Honestly, right now, I think Barrett's up, man. I think he's got the momentum right now. I think he's the one controlling this fight. The counter punching is really doing damage, and it doesn't seem like Rock is really protecting his chin. It's still firing up. Kind of overextending himself a little bit. Big punch to close out the round, though. Good fight. Good fight. About six more rounds, Joe. 6 more rounds, and looks like your bet will be nice. Your bet will be nice. Biting that nothing crazy happens. Better be an interesting one. Already 37 years old and needed a demolition job against Joe Smith Jr. Yeah, you know, man, as much as I like Joe Smith Jr. and I respect him, you know, 10 times out of 10, if he fought Bivol, if he fought better Biev, he doesn't win a single one, in my opinion, right? Better Biev really came out a lot more aggressive in that fight and really let his hands go a lot more in that fight. And I wasn't expecting him to come out like that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wait, he's coming out like this? I said, oh, yeah, it's only a matter of time. Because as heavy-handed as he is, where even if he touches you and doesn't really hit you cleanly, you still feel it. So the moment that man starts to actually become that pressure terminator style of fighter, man, it could be a wrap for a lot of these cats. So last round, someone always gets KO just when you think your ticket is clear. Yeah, yeah, but I'm hoping that whoever made the bets, I hope that at least some of them pays off for you guys, man, because I hate losing money. I hate losing money. I know all of you hate losing money, right? But that's the thing with sports, man, is you just never know. Even a fight, even a fight that looks like someone should win, it's still a 50-50 fight. Nice left hand by Rock in that one. Straight hand is still there. Good around, swing around, I would say, in this one, depending on what you're looking for. And these playing a little bit hesitant in this round. Got to get off the ropes. Is it to me? Does Rock look a little bit tired to you guys right now? Like a little bit tired. Looks like he's gasping for air a little bit more, sucking for wind. Looks a little bit tired to me right now. Let me know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, or I'm thinking I'm going crazy. Spence Thurman is a good fight. That one should have happened a while ago, but I still like Avison's a tough man. He can punch. But of course, Crawford is at a hutch. Yeah, without even looking at Avison, right? I completely agree with what you said, Brother Francisco, man. Like, Crawford is a different cat, man. I don't think people really give him as much credit for his boxing IQ. That man is different. Thurman, Spence, I agree, should happen a long time ago, but I'm just glad we're getting it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that they're still both at a competitive age where it is actually going to be a very good fight. I think I'm still leaning towards Spence in that one. But I think Thurman and Barrios fight, not a lot of people really like that of Thurman, but I thought it was a good performance based on his time off and getting COVID and everything that came with it. I actually thought it was a good performance. His hand speed looked good. He was moving well. Now, the part that he always does, obviously, with the body shots, right, where he took the mouthpiece off, but I thought it was a good performance back. And it's kind of why I'm not surprised that Spence and Crawford isn't happening, because Spence already had a fight this year when he fought Ugas, right? And so Crawford would need a little tune-up, right? I'm not going to say Avison's a tune-up, but I'm not mad at the fact that he's fighting someone before he goes and makes that mega fight. So I hope they finally get to do it, man, because that's what we want to see. He looked like he about to lose my money. Nasser, man, my pick was Barrett. It's never over till it's over. You know what I'm saying? It's never over till it's over, man. Never over till it's over. Never certainty, but you definitely call it more often than that. I appreciate that, man. I think I don't, me personally, when I make my videos, I don't like to watch other people's prediction until after I put mine out, because I don't want my mind to get jaded or me to pick based on the favorite or whatever, right? Good shot by Rock. He was stunned a little bit. So when I make it, man, I try to look at it from all angles. I try to look at it from the fights before. What did they look like? What's the momentum like? If a fighter is coming in on a 2-fight losing streak, there's a lot of downturn that comes with it mentally, just on my experience in the professional world when I was running track, right? So I take that into play as well, too. I don't just look at the boxing of it. I think I look at whoo, that was a close shot. Woo, that would have been lights out. But I just try and look at it from a whole different perspective and hopefully give the best calculated pick that I can. And I hope that you guys who are betting are able to help make the pick a little bit better. I want everybody to make as much money as they can, man, and obviously enjoy the fights. If you can make a little profit off of it, great. But again, I really appreciate each of you for continuing to tune into the show and just sharing your thoughts and all the comments and I see it all. So truly appreciative of it. And again, for those tuning in, appreciate you tuning in. Really do. Yeah. That's it as well too, man. So That's why I always ask in the videos, like I always ask you guys, you let me know what the betting odds are, because I don't want to go in and to say, I just don't want to be jaded. I want to come in with my opinion, my thoughts, and then go from there. Got to go now, man. Mrs. Joe, appreciate you tuning in, man. Have a great rest of your night. Definitely get some rest. And hopefully, nice right hand. And hopefully when you wake up, make some good profit off of the person that you picked. Enjoy your night, man. Thanks again for tuning in. I think the key here now for Barrett is to stay disciplined, right? I think he's got a nice lead on the cards. Looks like he's got Rock's timing, because Rock does look a little bit tired, looks a little winded, but he's not going to back down that pressure. He's going to keep it coming. So Barrett's got to really trust his conditioning, trust his legs, and still let his hands go, right? Don't let Rock back you up and him lose respect for you. Still got to be able to keep that respect. How are you guys scoring this one right now? How are you guys scoring this one? Who do you have up? Who do you have up? It's a good fight. This is a good fight. Good competitive fight. Oof. Nice shot by Barrett. He's fighting really well. Good exchange from both, man. Lunging forward a little bit. Good fight. Good fight. Good fight. I still see Rock is fighting a little emotional, though. Good fight. Barrett looks to be fighting with heart. Fatigue is showing big time. Rock coming in very strong. Barrett still doing good. Parts through. Yep, Mr. Charlie, I agree. He's fighting really well. Very disciplined. And he's not overextending himself, not getting too greedy. And even if you look at Rock's movement in his feet, his toes, he's on his toes a lot more, and not in the good way, not really bouncing, more just walking forward, lunging a little bit. But he's still bringing the pressure. That's one thing about him. Is he going to bring that pressure? But Barrett does look confident. Yeah, he looks good. This is a good fight so far, man. Still lots of fight left. And then from what I understand, the winner of this fight is going to fight Joe Cordina. I don't like that they made him vacate the belt because of injury, man. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I don't think that's fair. Brother Francisco says, real quick off topic, do you see anyone who can dominate the 100 like Bolt? I do not. I think Usain Bolt, man, and I've raced him a bunch of times. He's just one of those once-in-a-lifetime freaks of nature, right? For as tall that he is, he should not get out as well as he does. And when he gets upright running, I mean, he's on paper, they say he's 6'3", 6'4", but standing right next to him, he's got to be at least 6'6", 6'5", 6'6". And when he gets up and he gets opening and the turnover, you just can't beat that. And as dominant as he was from 2008 to 2016, I don't think anyone's going to have that same dominance. I mean, there are some good young talents coming up, but I don't see any of them being able to do what Bolt has done for a decade. It's a good question. All right, swing round, depending on what you're looking for. I think I'll give that one to Rock. Good counterpunch. Actually, no, I changed my mind. I'm gonna swing that one. Good fight, man. Who do you guys give that round to? Who do you give that round to? Close fight. This is going to be a good one, too. This is going to be a very good one, too. This is going to be a very good one, too. What's so interesting, too, man, is we've gotten a lot of undisputed fights this year. We've got a lot of undisputed fights this year. And that has been so big for boxing. We missed a lot of good fights that should have happened. But to be able to get as many, there's so many different belts. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it makes me think, like, is the belt really that important? Because you have fighters fighting other guys, like Ryan Garcia and Tank. I hope that fight's getting made. But it makes it so much easier when all they have is one belt and you go and fight the real champion, have one champion. So I like the fact that they're going in for undisputed. What's your scorecard after 8? I have Barrett up in this one. I give him, I could say 5-3 Barrett for me. I could also say 6-2 Barrett, but I have 5-3 Barrett. What about you, Charlie? How do you have this one? For those in the chat, how do you have it scored right now? Chris Mannix has it 1. He has it similar to how I have it. Even though Rock is still applying the pressure, he's still coming forward. I think Barrett's counterpunching has really been a difference in this one. Landing the cleaner shots, landing the bigger shots. Shots just like that. Oh, he's fighting in the pocket a little bit more, huh? Yeah, I mean he's fighting very well. I mean these next from 9 to 12 is going to be big rounds. And I think this is the part that I was saying in the video as well too. He looks a little bit tired, a little bit now though. He's wobbling a little bit. I don't like that. Something doesn't look right. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on with him? Something, is he hurt? What just happened? What just happened? He's limping. Yeah, it's not looking too good. He's gonna go down again. He can't even put any pressure on that foot. Wow, but he's firing back. I respect it. Something's off. Something's off. That foot. What's going on? Wait a minute. What just happened? What just happened? Wow. Wow. Not at all. Yeah, Javier, you got your money, man. What was that? Wow. That's big. That's big. We got to see that replay because 1 second Barrett looked like it was, he was doing really well, and they started limping. That's crazy. Wow. Body shot. Body shot. I mean, I couldn't see anything. I mean, his foot slipped back a little bit, but it just looked like he got the pressure. Just looked like it was too much. Body shot. Yeah, I don't know. Combination. Yeah. 400. Big win, man. Big win. Wow, that was a strange sequence. I haven't even seen something like that in a while. That's strange. Wow. Rock me up. Look at surprise. Definitely. Yeah, I mean, to me, I couldn't see any real foot injury. Maybe we missed it, but to me, his legs just conditioning just like it wasn't there. The pressure, and then he got clipped with the body shot. Maybe he was a little bit winded from that. Then he got caught with some other shots. Man, that was a very big comeback win for Rock. That's a big statement win. That's a big statement win. Big win, man. Barry was just too tired, too much. Yeah, he gassed out. Yeah, that's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. I don't know why he was limping though. That's a shame. He was doing so well. Shout out to Rock though. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. He fought well. Big win for Rock, man. If he could have got the stoppage, as I said in the breakdown, if he could have got the stoppage, that would have been a massive statement win. So now him and Jor Cordina go at it. Now that's an interesting fight. Good win, man. Strange sequence, but a good win. A very good win. Big win. So then let me ask you guys this, since that fight is probably going to happen next. Rock versus Cordina. Very early. Obviously, we don't even know if it's going to happen yet, but that's what they said earlier. But what do you think about that one? Who do you favor in that one? You sticking with Rock? I remember when Cordina was fighting Nagawa, and I made the video for that one, and a lot of people were saying Ogawa was going to win that one. Then Cordina been getting counted out quite a bit. Good fight, though, man. Good to see Freddie Roach got another really good athlete. That was a good win. That was a good win by Rock, man. I think he surprised the heck out of me. Very good comeback win. Really goes back to what we were saying, man. 3 rounds is a lot. It's a lot to be. That's a lot of time to be in that ring. Interesting. So we got Chantel Cameron and Jessica McCaskill next. Who do we have in this one? Right? Let me know your picks in the comments. Who do you have? It's going to be very interesting. I think it's going to come down to those championship rounds. I know McCaskill's going to come out. She's going to come out heavy. She's going to come out hard. She's going to come out aggressive. I don't think Chantel Cameron needs to engage in that right away. But who do you guys have winning that one? And if you put up a little money on it, who did you bet on? pressure was just too much for him. Legs. I haven't seen somebody's legs kind of give out like that in a long time. That was a very good comeback win, man. Good fight, though. Good fight. Yeah, good fight. Good fight. Two more to go. Two more to go. Again, Cameron McCaskill. Who do you guys like in this one? Who do you guys like in this one? This should be very, very interesting. I know a lot of people are also saying about the age of Jessica McCaskill, but she doesn't look like she's slowing down to me. Looks like she's still fighting, obviously, at a high level. But what do you guys think? Let me know. Then going into the last fight with Zerto and Bivol, I know when I was looking at the betting odds before I came on here, shifting a little bit. All right, a lot of people were saying that they're betting on Zerto. But to me, when I look at Zerto, man, I mean, even the press conference, it is interesting how he's at that weight level still, because he looks like a cruiserweight to me. It's a big dude. Yeah, Lil Tree, what a comeback is right. Barrett was doing so well, man. He was doing so well. But the thing is, I think Rock was just, man, yeah, the pressure and the body shots and the calculators of shots, man, he's very accurate. He just keeps coming forward, man. It's tough. It's tough to even, and I think all of the movement in the beginning rounds kind of caught up to him as well, too, because he was doing a lot of movement, which was a key for him that I thought that he needed to do, because you don't want to bang with that guy. You don't want to bang with Rock like that, and possibly caught up to him. I know he took that fight on short notice, but, I mean, 5 weeks is still a good amount of time to get some good work in, especially some conditioning work in, but today it looked like Barrett's leg just failed him a little bit. Let's go back a little bit since they got Canelo on the screen. Let's go back to Canelo and Triple G. What were your thoughts on that fight? Right? Real quick, let me know your thoughts on that fight. And I'm a little bit surprised that, well, I'm not going to say surprised, because I know Triple G said he wanted to fight a couple more years, but Triple G didn't look good to me in that one at all. What do you guys think about that fight? Yeah, McCaskill's never a bad pick. She's an exciting fighter. She is an exciting fighter. Curious though, Brother Francisco, what makes you sway towards McCaskill? Do you think the pressure is going to be too much? Do you think the championship experience? What do you think it is that's swaying you there? GG knew the dude. Chosen said Canelo too nice. He gonna get everybody out the way. GG knew Canelo that dude. I'm not mad at that, man. Canelo does bring in the eyes, does bring in a whole bunch of crowd. The one thing I respect about Canelo, man, is the fact that the man loves to fight. You know what I'm saying? There are people who we barely get to see once a year. But Canelo, as long as the opportunity is there for him to get into the ring, he's going to get into the ring. And I respect that. His run for undisputed at 168, I mean, he fought all the champions 1 year. Like, that's tough. I respect that. I respect that a lot. Callum Smith versus Joe Smith Jr. I like Callum in that one. I do like Callum in that one, Lil Chewy. I do like Callum in that one. It's going to be a good fight, man. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight. Since we're talking McCaskill, Cameron, let's go back to another women's fight, which was very controversial that a lot of people may say. Alicia Baumgardner and Michaela Mayer, right? Do you guys think the right person won that fight? Let me know your thoughts on that one real quick before this one starts. And would you like to see a rematch down the road? I like the ring walks. You know, we gotta score the ring walks. You know, we gotta score the ring walks a little bit. Ready or not, it's already 1-0 McCaskill. It's already 1-0 McCaskill for me. This song is already right. 1-0 McCaskill already, just off the entrance alone. TJ, what's up, man? What's going on, TJ? What do you think of the fight so far, man? What were your thoughts on that Rock and Barrett fight, man? I know you bet on Rock. Barrett almost pulled it off, but his legs got too tired now. No, Chewy, I agree. I did think the right person won that fight. I really do. But I also wouldn't have been mad if Michaela Mayer pulled it off as well too, because there were some close rounds. But I think the right person won, which is good, man. So I want to see it again, but I know what's probably going to happen is Alicia is going to go try to be undisputed, and then they're going to do it again. Then they're going to double up the money, I think, in that one. TJ, appreciate that, man. Much love, bro. I appreciate you, man. Zerda for the upset. I know, TJ, I know you're feeling good. I know you're feeling good because Rock just got you. Like, I know you're feeling good. But Zerda gonna have to come with it, man. Zerda gonna have to come with it. Yeah. That's what we were talking about just earlier, man. Just that year off, right? And he did look a little bit rusty. But then he found his groove, man. And when you're a pressure fighter like him, eventually I think all the movement in the beginning of Barrett's rounds, I think that caught up to him, right? Because usually you expect some of that pressure to back off, but man, that man's relentless. Why do they even hate each other? That's a great question, bro. I have no idea. I have no idea. I think what I gathered from it is I think Alicia just really does not care anything about Michaela Mayer. She doesn't even think that she's good like that, just from the interviews. But I don't think Michaela has that much animosity towards her as Alicia does, just from what we've been seeing, from what I've been seeing. But I don't even know why they're so mad at each other, man. But it did sell the fight. They did sell the fight. I was curious how that one was going to go. However, for as much as animosity as that was, it wasn't a lot of big power shots in that one, you know, like the Clarissa fight, like the Clarissa and Savannah Shields fight. But I'd like to see it again. Before this fight starts, who do we have winning this one? Cameron, or do we have McCaskill? I know Brother Francisco said he's got McCaskill in this one. Says, I wasn't enthused about Canelo GG before the fight. I didn't think the fight was that good. GG was declined a lot, and Canelo may be beginning his decline. We'll see how Canelo looks next. Yeah. I know Canelo, maybe, I don't remember if it was him or somebody in his team that was saying there was something wrong with his hand or whatever the case may be. But that fight, it didn't even look like he got out of any type of gear one. It looked like he just was on cruise control the whole fight because he knew Triple G didn't really have anything really left, especially at that elite caliber. I'm not saying Triple G is not going to win more fights. He would do well against guys who weren't as skilled and as well as Canelo, but it'll be interesting to see, man. Canelo, when he comes back, and I know they're talking about the rematch with Bivol, as we were talking about a little bit earlier, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Canelo Bivol again. Bivol beats him again. My opinion. Man, I wonder what the energy of this building is like, man. It's looking packed. Here we go. Yeah, McCaskill is coming in with that killer mentality already. I'm leaving McCass. Not betting it though. We'll bet it go the distance. Yeah, I think it does too. It's so interesting, man, because as much as heavy of shots as McCaskill throws, 5 KOs is a number that I thought would have been a little bigger. Because when she throws heavy. He throws heavy. That's probably why Ibarra said she didn't want any more of that. I don't blame her, though. I do not blame her. Northampton, UK. Loka versus Franco. Winner must fight Junto. I like both of those guys. And I like them to fight Junto next. I like Franco. I like Franco in that one. That's going to be a good fight, man. Who do you like in that one, Lil Chewy? And everyone else in the chat, who do you like in that one? Ioka versus Franco. That's a good fight. We got the stream. I got Bivol TKO. TKO! Okay. Hey, I like those bold statements. That's what I'm talking about, D'Anthony. Talk that talk, man. Bold. KO. Okay. I like it. Yep. Exactly like I thought McCaskill was going to come out. Yep. Here we go. Jeez. Don't try to trade with her, Chantel. Don't do that. Pace yourself. Take your time. You're gonna have your moment. You're gonna have your time. Look at lunging already. Just take your time, Chantel. The thing is, man, Jessica always tricks me with her stamina and conditioning, man. Some rounds, I'm like, man, she looks gassed. And then next round, she comes back with the same energy and the same speed, and she takes nothing off those shots. I respect it, man. She plays possum with me sometimes. She gets me. Big right hand. You probably could output a lot more since it's the shorter rounds. What's going on here? Let's see who got the stream. I think Franco wins because Ioka. Yeah, I agree. Who got the stream? Meth streams always a good stream. What do you think about Morel tonight? Tough fight. Well, yeah. You know what, man? Your Basanuli, I think it's going to be a tougher fight than people think. I still have Morel winning that fight, but I think it goes the distance. But I don't think it's going to be one of those fights where he does come and walk through your Basanuli. But I do think Morel win. But anytime with David Morel, man, it could be a knockout at any time. But I think people aren't giving your Basanuli as much credit. I'm scared for Morel a little bit. I think it's going to be a tough fight. I think it's going to show him something different, but I think he's going to pull it off. But I know, his name was swirling around with David Benavidez for quite some time, and I'm thinking to myself, man, not now. You know what I'm saying? Not now. Don't rush that. But it's going to be a good fight tonight. And the co-main event, man, when it was Rosario and it was supposed to be the Cuban Gomez, but I think Gomez hurt his hand. He had an injury and he was pulled out of that one. That the co-main event, that was going to be a big fight as well too. But if David Morrell can knock out your Basanuli, which is always a possibility, it's a big statement win, I think. But I think this is going to be a tough fight for him. Yep. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. You know the pressure's coming. You know the pressure's coming. Ooh, left hand. Yeah, McCaskill just letting the hands go, man. She's not afraid. Sometimes she doesn't look like she has like a game plan to me. She's just coming out just swinging. But I think Cameron's doing the right thing early. I mean, she's going to have her moments. She's going to have her time. She just can't force it. It's going to be there. Man, I really think the women should have 3 rounds, man. I think, or 2 rounds, or 2 minutes, 12 rounds, man. I think they need to let them get more time to get busy. See, this is like one of those. Ooh, missed on 2 of those exchanges. Ooh, see, this is kind of what I was talking about. Like Jessica, like she looks tired to me right now. But then she'll come back next round and press on the gas again. Yeah, but Cameron's having her time right now. That's a big wise swing. Okay. Through 2, how do we have it? 1-1, 2-0, how do we have it? And who do you have winning it? I think Cameron's up 2-0 to me. Or 1-1. We could go that way as well too. But how do you guys have it? Yep. 1-1. 1-1. I could see that as well too. Jessica looked a little bit tired that last one, man. I saw that before I got on the stream, and I'm thinking to myself, man, that is a very good fight. That's going to test both, man. I really like Rivera. Obviously, I like Fran Martin, but I like Rivera, man. Especially when he wears the Ali trunks. Yep, I agree. Man, she always she puts everything in her punches, and she always sits down, and she always leaves herself so open every time because she really tries to clean it with the shots. And if Cameron just stays patient and doesn't engage in the pressure this round, she'll have her time. But again, when you're scared of getting hit, you try to move you try to move out the way and forget that you got to throw as well too. Man, what's this defensive style that McCaskill is doing? I don't like it. 2 undefeated French contenders fighting. Oh man, absolutely. Especially with those 2, man. I mean, they're so skilled, and they got similar styles too. Both got really fast hands. Both good footwork. That's going to be a good fight. Did they have a date for that one, TJ? I didn't see the date. I just saw the wallpaper of it. or I just saw the tweet of it. I didn't even see the date of it. I just saw someone tweet it saying it's going to happen. Did they have a date for it yet, or it's still in the works? Oh, big punches. Big punches. Yeah, man, McCaskill, she doesn't, something looks off right now. She's fighting very sloppily this fight. Another close round, though. Another close round. How do you guys score that one? Another close round. No, but Frank Martin looked really good in his last fight. Looked really good. Big statement win in his last fight, man. Looks like he's always in shape, too. Yeah. Interesting rounds, man. 2 minutes just goes by so quickly. Goes by way too quick for me. Does no, she's not really banged up too much. She just comes and swings every time. I know you bet on this fight. Who's your money on? Paul, man, I didn't bet on this one, man. I didn't bet on this one. But I did pick Cameron to win this fight. Where'd you put money on in this one, Paul? Where'd you put money on? Big uppercut. Big left hand. Man, McCaskill's got a chin on her, man. She took that, kept coming forward. Still their same relentless pressure. She just looks sloppy this fight, man. Chantel. By decision, by KO. No, she's doing well. She's doing well. She's doing well. I know this is McCaskill's style and the way that she fight, but this does not. Something looks off to me. I don't know if she can't find the timing. I don't know if she's getting desperate early. I don't know if the headbutt was something that is affecting her. But she's just coming in a little bit more wild than normal. She just ducking her head. McCaskill doesn't really do a lot of jabs, huh? Like every time I think she's gonna throw a little bit more jabs, it's just all heavy hands. And again, 2 minutes done like that. Man, it's too quick, man. How you guys scoring this one so far? Through 5. How do we have it? Through 5, how do we have it? Decent. I hope I bet on it going the distance. Yeah, Paul, I think it goes the distance. I mean, they're throwing heavy punches, but I don't know if these two have the knockout style where it's that one hitter quitter type of shot. Cameron's doing well though. Cameron's doing well. I'm just not really feeling what the game plan of what McCaskill is doing. Usually she sets things up a little better than this, so the pressure just what she just does not look like herself. See better movement right now. See little better. A little better. Yeah, she's moving really well. Do you guys think what's that? What's going on? Slip? Do you guys think that age is playing a factor in this one? Do you think age is playing a factor in this one so far? What? Just I don't know what McCaskill is doing. These jabs look very lazy. She's not even moving her head. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh! She looks winded. Jess looks winded. She looks like she's just out here existing. No strategy, no adjustment, just trying to swing and hopefully something hits. What was that? Come on, Jess, get yourself right. Get yourself right. Cameron's fighting really well. She's not engaging in Jessica's fight. She's fighting her fight. Not getting greedy with the shots. Got her backed up against the ropes. Oh. I give that another round to Chantel. Another round to Chantel. You guys think age is playing a factor? You guys think that the age is making her slow down a little bit? And she looks winded too. Yeah, she's going to need a big second half to be able to get back in this one. But I don't really see too much of this changing. Look at that bump on her head. That must have been from the head clash that they were talking about. Maybe that's been the thing that kind of threw off a little bit. If I'm Chantel Cameron, I'm doing the same thing. I'm not changing a single thing. Now she's probably going to be swinging heavier than ever, more than ever now, especially that she's behind. Please throw a little bit more jabs. Even on her defensive style, she's still not. I don't know why she's just ducking over and expecting their opponent not to get hit. That ain't gonna stop him. This is exactly what I said in the breakdown. I said, man, if Cameron fights her fight and doesn't get engaged in what Jessica McCaskill is doing, she'll have a good opportunity to win the fight. But even in this whole fight, McCaskill does not look like herself to me. She's just out here existing. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the fight so far? What do you see? Are you seeing anything different that I'm seeing? Yeah, she looked tired, man. She really lunging a lot more in this one. Good shot by Jess, though. Left hand straight through the guard. Yeah, but still more of the same stuff for me. You guys seeing anything different? You guys see anything different? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you're seeing. Gotta move, Jess. Gotta move. These are feet. This one's not looking too good for Jess right now. What do you guys think? How are you guys scoring this one? I think right now, it's pretty, my opinion, I think it's pretty one-sided fight so far. I think it's pretty one-sided so far. I think Chantel is clearly up on the cards in this one. What do you guys think? How do you guys score it? Maybe you guys are seeing something different than I am. After 5, I have it 3-1. And even in favor of Cameron, but now my stream is down. Oh, man, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Well, from what you're saying, Brother Francisco, more or less of what Cameron is doing. Not much has changed in the rounds after that. Still been the same thing, how you probably been seeing it. Jessica McCaskill coming forward, swinging for the stars. Really just laying on these shots when she's ducking down, trying to move. She's just ducking down, leaving her head right there, not using her legs to move out the way. Chantel is changing, coming around, clipping her. And even in the exchanges, she's not even winning those ones where she's used to being the one who is able to win on the inside. But Chantel is really standing her ground. And none of McCaskill's shots are landing cleanly either, at least from my view of it. She's fighting off the back foot a lot too. Jabbing, good. Yeah, she's really just trying to land that big shot. No, I mean, when she landing though, she landing heavy shots when she does land. I think Cameron looked like she got a little cut on her nose too. But again, if the last fight showed us anything, is it's never over till it's over. Big shot, big right hand. Where's this blood coming from Cameron? How'd that happen? Ah, that's a good round. That's a good round from McCaskill. That's a good round. Two more to go. That 8-ounce steak is killing. Is that really what she ate before? Man, I know for me before a race, I try to eat as light as possible, man. Man, Zerto looks so big. He looks so much, man. Honestly, I don't see much changing in this fight. I think if this is how McCaskill's going to continue to come out, Chantel's just going to continue to do what she's been doing, and I haven't really seen any adjustments from McCaskill yet. But there is a little blood on Chantel Cameron's face, and when you see blood, sometimes that draws that confidence. Sometimes that makes you come a little bit harder. 2 more rounds, I'm sure the pressure is going to still be applied a lot more. It's just big exchange right there from both women. Yeah, just because really loading up on these shots now a lot more. She don't even really gotta. She don't have to do anything different. Fight your fight. Fight your fight. Because right now, I mean, she's up pretty comfortably on these cards. What did they have it? What did they have it? What is Chris Manning's card? What does his say?
I think what shocked McCaskill is that she's fighting with her.
Ooh, big shot.
And having the better. We thought that was going to be a recipe for disaster.
Man, some of these straight hands that McCaskill is using, when she does use it, it does land. I don't know why she's not doing more of it. Just looking for that one big shot. Man, when she misses, man, she really does miss wide. Nice right hand.
And again, as well, with that right hand.
Nice right hand from McCaskill. Way to finish that round. Nice round. 2 more to go. 2 more to go. How do we have it? How do we have it? Who do you have up? I want to see where that cut came from. Big shot. Big shot. McCaskill looks like a robot. Man, some of these looping, lunging shots that she's doing, it looked like it. I don't know, man. I don't know why she's doing that. I think she needs a knockout to win, though. I think she needs a knockout to win. If the knockout doesn't come, I don't think she wins this one. Chantel is boxing very well. She just needs to keep this up for 2 more rounds and not get engaged by what Jessica is trying to do. This is one of those fights where it's like, you know, it could be dangerous going into that last round. Because when you have a fighter fighting with like desperation, as Jessica McCaskill is probably going to have to do in the last one, it could be dangerous. But she does look better. She does look a lot more confident. Looks like she's a lot more dialed in and focused now. Good fight, though. Good fight so far. Nice counter left by Cameron. Nice left hand again. Good left body shot. Good left hand. Yeah, this is one of those fights sometimes, man, where it's talked about so much and then it doesn't really live up to what you thought that it would be. Not that it's a bad fight or anything, but thought we would have seen a little bit more. But, you know, sometimes that happens. But that's credit to Cameron for how she is boxing. Oh, 2 straight hands down the middle. I know a couple people said they have this fight going the distance. TJ, I think you said you had it going the distance. Javier, did you have it going the distance as well, too? Is that where you put your bet at? See, that's what we're accustomed to. Last 2 rounds. Last 2 rounds. As I said, I think McCaskill needs a knockout. Yeah, but not by that much, I don't think. Big round. Big round.
2 minutes to go here for the undisputed super lightweight championship of the world.
Oh, yeah, we're about to see these girls let these hands go here.
McCaskill looking like her old self.
Yeah, it's strange. These last 3 or 4 rounds, we've seen McCaskill get comfortable the first 4 or 5.
You got to punch back, Cameron. You can't just let her come in like that. You can't let her come in like that. You got to keep punching. You know, now is not a time to take this round off. Mm. Last minute. Both of you got to punch. Show the ref something different. That's the thing. You know, you may see it one way, and then we hear the judges, and you hear the refs, and it's a whole different fight. I don't think that'll be the case, but just never know. Good uppercut. Good uppercut. 2 good uppercuts. Nice left hand by Jess. Body shot. Jess is not really doing a lot of movement. Kind of a sit and duck a little bit. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. She got one more in. She got one more in before it's done. Yeah, that's it. Well, a couple of you in the chat made a little bit of money, right? On the distance. But yeah, that fight kind of played out like how I thought it would go. Although Jessica didn't look like herself from the beginning. Credit to Cameron. Stay consistent, fought her fight, didn't get too gritty, overextend herself. Actually fought with strategy to me in this fight. Jessica didn't really look like it, man. Very, very what's the word? Sloppy. Very sloppy fight. Didn't look like she had a game plan, was just going in, trying to swing. It just didn't look like the normal Jessica McCaskill that we usually see, man. Brother Francisco says, yeah, McCaskill looks sloppy. Yes, that's the exact word that I was looking for, and had the crazy jump jab. Expected a little better from her. I did as well, too. But I did feel that Cameron would win the fight. I just think she could move a lot better than Jessica McCaskill was, and she would make adjustments. Jessica McCaskill, she just has that one style to me, and I think it catches up to you after a while. It's been working, obviously, so why change it, but still. But again, yeah, who knows until the officials get the scorecard and see. I thought Jess needed a knockout to win that fight, but I guess we'll see. Credit to Chantel Cameron, though, for fighting her fight. Didn't get drawn into the slugfest that Jess wanted it to be. And even if it was a slugfest, the way Jessica was looking in this one, I don't think she would have won today. Just looked off this night. I mean, every night isn't going to be your night. Not always going to be your time, but yeah, this night wasn't hers. But you know, whenever the judges take this long, something isn't right. Come on, man. You know the score, man. Stop holding us up. Come on. I thought it was a comfortable win for Chantel Cameron. 97-93.
Decision, and the new undisputed super lightweight champion of the world, Chantel.
They got it right. They got it right.
It's a dream come true.
They got it right.
Chantel Cameron, who now becomes the undisputed super lightweight champion.
No crazy scorecard ring there. I can see. I mean, the 2-point scorecard. Thought it was a little bit wider than that, but no arguments there. No arguments there. The better woman won tonight. She really did a good job fighting her fight, man, and not get engaged in what Jessica was trying to do. Always good to see when one person has all the belts. Nice work, Chantel. Nice work. I don't think I've ever really heard her like talk too much. Let me hear what she's saying.
Just to box, I knew I was a better boxer, but it's hard to not get into a scrap if it's what you love doing. So I'm trying to stick to my game plan, but I naturally like to have a fight, so I was getting stuck in as well.
Picked up a cut on the bridge of the nose there in the middle of the fight. How did that change things for you?
Nothing changes. I knew that I was going to win, so I just got on with
Okay,
it.
a little confident. Talk your talk.
Barry Jones said inside he thought this was the best he's seen you fight. Do you feel that way?
It was the toughest opponent I've ever had. Jessica McCaskill. I knew she was going to be tough. She's undisputed at 147, so I got the win unanimous. Let's go to 147 and take them belts off her.
So you want your next fight to be 147 pounds for her belts at 147?
Yeah, I put my belts on the line, so she can whack hers on the line and we'll go.
Interesting.
I'd like to see that. Terrific fight, Shetty.
Thank you very much. And thank you for my team. Thanks, Eddie, for making this undisputed.
Interesting.
If Caddy Reese is going to be healthy, then maybe she should get.
Do you guys think anything changes in the rematch?
So Chantel Cameron surprisingly wants another crack at McCaskill. She wants her belts at the
Interesting.
So we have now reached the moment of truth. Coming up next.
Final matchup. Final matchup.
Heavyweight championship of the world. Dmitry Bivol, the champ, takes on Mexico's unbeaten Gilberto Ramirez.
Final matchup. Here we go. What do we think about it so far? What has been the best fight for you guys so far that you have seen? Should be an interesting one over later tonight with Morrell and your boss Anuli too. I don't know the full card of that one, but again, should be interesting to see how that one plays out. For those in the chat, let me go as we check. 65% of you in the chat says Bivol is going to win. He's the favorite if I'm not wrong. Before the fight starts, who do we got? Who do you have taking it and how? I know I saw some bold ones saying Bivol TKO. The other question that just came to mind for those here is real quick. Alexander Usyk, right? I know I've been seeing a bunch of people's different pound for pound list, and they have him number one. But your top 5 pound for pound lists right now, right? Let me know in the chat who do you have on your top 5 pound for pound right now. The pound for pound list is always such an interesting one, man, just to see how they go about it. But I've seen some lists in the pound for pound list, and they don't have Devin Haney on the list. I'm thinking to myself, what is going on? How do you not have Devin Haney on your pound for pound list? Antonio, what's going on, man? Bivol will be the ring general today, probably decision, possibly TKO. That's very interesting. A couple of people have been changing it to TKO. You guys see a stoppage in this one. It's not, obviously it's boxing. It's never out of the question, but I don't know if I see that personally. I don't know if I see it. I don't know if I see it. But again, real quick, because we're talking about, give me your top 5 pound for pound, right? Always an interesting topic. And I think it says a lot that I think I saw a couple people, a couple of different ones who had Usyk as number 1. I mean, a heavyweight number 1 is always interesting as well, too. And the other question that, I mean, just based off what we just saw a couple things before when Zerto was coming into the ring, I wonder how much that they rehydrated too. Zerto probably got to be over 200 pounds when he rehydrates, maybe even 190. Definitely way more than what he is. Already a big guy like that, but it'd be interesting to see just how much they rehydrate too. Bivol is probably sitting at 185, 190 maybe. It's gonna be a big fight. How do you see the first 4 rounds going of this one? Right. I think Zerto is going to have a big second half. It's either going to go, I think, one or two ways. Either Bivol is going to comfortably win this fight, which he possibly could, right? Fight from a distance, uses his jab, combination, stays disciplined, right? Being able to switch his stances. It could be a comfortable win for Bivol. That wouldn't be out of the ordinary. It's a possibility. Or Zerto makes it ugly, right? As I said in the breakdown, Bivol, for me, what makes him so good is that he stays disciplined, right? He doesn't get greedy with the shots. He stays within himself and he's patient and he's okay with the round to round to round to round. But if Zerto can make him get out of his comfort zone, make him do something different, make him a little bit emotional, make him react, then I think he can get him uncomfortable enough for him to make mistakes. But man, I don't know. Can he do that, I guess, is the question. Brother Francisco says, as I mentioned in your prediction video comment, I'm picking Bivol on points, but I'm rooting for Zerto. He's a live underdog, and Ramirez victory would not be surprising. No, not at all. I agree. I wouldn't be surprised at it either. I think he is going to bring the pressure, and he needs to make Bivol uncomfortable. I think that's going to be a key thing here. And his reach and his arm reach, it could play a little bit here too. But Bivol looks extremely confident too. I mean, obviously a win against Canelo makes you a little bit more confident, but that's a factor in it too, I think, just from a mental standpoint. But again, Zerto got nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? You're already the underdog. You know, people hope that you win, but they don't really expect them to win. I mean, big portion of people have saying Bivol is going to win this one easy. I don't know about easy, but it's something that says when you're fighting as the underdog, man, you can fight a lot more freer. And I like that they made the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that they made the fight because I think now in boxing, me personally, I think everybody gets so encapsulated with that perfect record, right? Nobody wants to lose, so they'll go and fight all of these people they know that they can fight because they want to keep that perfect record. But even when you think about me personally, whenever I think about that, I go back to the days with Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray, the four of those guys, right? Hitman. Those guys elevated that time because they fought each other. They didn't care about the zero. They didn't care about who was going to lose, right? Obviously, they always expect to win, but I feel like this generation now, man, they care so much about not losing a fight, trying to be perfect, that they don't want to get into the ring and fight the best. So when we get fights like this, it makes everything so much more exciting. Zerto got the Tupac. I mean, anytime you got the Pac playing out, you got something up your sleeve. You got something up your sleeve. Okay, Zerto. I hope they don't take too long to come out, man. Come on, man. Let's make this thing happen. But again, I'd probably take as much time needed too.
You know, if you are a member of the boxing media, you undoubtedly receive many press releases over the last couple of years on behalf of Gilberto Ramirez. He has been campaigning for this fight for the better part of the last 2 years. He has looked brilliant since moving up to light heavyweight. He has looked strong. He has looked powerful. He is active. He is a tremendous
Okay.
but Barry, he is going to need all those tools.
This every time I see a ring walk, it reminds me of of my time when I was running, just walking out and what's going to your head. You know, you got to be focused, but you got to be calm. You don't want to take it too seriously where you get tight and you start to overthink. But again, I've said it before in previous times, man. Boxing has some of the best entrances of all sports. Get to really put your personality into it.
And now, Saturday History Wall.
All right, Bivol, what you coming out to, man? What you coming out to?
The star was born at light heavyweight.
Yeah, I mean, he fired off like 8 punches at Canelo. I remember that one. I've never heard this song before. I kind of like it, though. Kind of like it. What is it? Talk about Venom? It's kind of scary there, Bivol. What's going on, man?
Just to illustrate how good Dmitry Bivol is, he's in the top 10 in all.
Coming out to silent. It reminded me, you know, one of the best entrances one of the most intimidating entrances that I've ever seen. And Brother Francisco, you probably know about this one when Mike Tyson came to like nothing. He just came out just walking, sweaty, ready to fight. No music, no nothing. Well, interesting. Javier says Ramirez by unanimous decision. You did say that. Unanimous decision, man. Oh, okay. Okay.
Early part of his career, he was a knockout artist. He was called the Russian version of Gennady Golovkin by some in the media. Then the last couple of years, he's sort of faded. He's been good, he's been winning fights, but he hasn't looked great. Against Canelo Alvarez, he looked great. And if he wins,
This is gonna say a lot. This is gonna say a lot now. I mean, I think regardless, the winner is gonna fight Better Biev. I don't remember if Better Biev is fighting Anthony Yard. If you're in the chat, if you know that one, let me know. Maybe I did see it. I don't remember. But I know Better Biev wants a piece of these guys as well, too. So again, as we go, Let me know who you give each round to as the fight starts, as it continues. Let me know what you're seeing. Javier, did you put some money on this one? Did you put some money on the Ramirez unanimous decision? Indeed, I remember Tyson's ring walks, very intimidating. But if I was a pro boxer, I would come out to culture clubs. Do you really? Yeah, yeah. Can't go wrong with that one. Do you really want to hurt me? And you know, we used to also give really good entrances. What's his name? Nazim Hazim. Oh, I can't remember his name, but I remember one time he came out to like a flying carpet. Showmanship, entertainment. You got to put a little flair into it if you're gonna give you the spotlight. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Hey, Diamante gonna lose his voice now. You gotta pace yourself now. Yes, Prince Nazim. That's it. Yes, he used to come out to some crazy, crazy things. Man, he was definitely exciting to watch, and he was good. You know, if he was coming out to all these entrances and losing, yeah, I mean that wouldn't be anything. Yeah, I liked him. I liked him. Man, 44 fights is a lot of fights. 44 fights is a lot of fights, man. Mm-hmm. Now or never, Ramirez. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? He looks good, looks composed, looks like he's ready for the moment. Bivol's always been like very like stoic. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. He looked like, hey, I know there was someone who said Bivol by TKO. I think it was Brother Antonio. Hey, the expression that I'm getting from Bivol right now looks like he might try and prove something here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see him in a slugfest, though. I don't think he wins that one, but just the facial expression alone, we got to analyze everything, right? Facial expression looks like he might come out here trying to prove something. Hopefully, he's not proving the wrong thing because we don't want that. All right. So before we start, I've seen Bivol by points, Bivol by possible TKO, Javier said Ramirez by unanimous decision. Put your outcome in the chats if you have not already. And as I said before, after each round, let me know how you see it. Right? Let's score it. Let's score it together. Zero probably gonna come out and apply that pressure early. Come on, ref. Come on, man. Let them fight. It's time. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Okay. Okay, a little calm. A little calm. Just trying to feel what they're doing. Zerto, man, his legs look big too. Be interesting. Mm-hmm. His reach is looking a little bit longer than I remember too. Move. I mean, Zerto moves well in the ring, but a little slow compared to Bivol. Bivol looks like he's trying to be the aggressor early. But you know, the first round's always interesting. You really never know what exactly the strategy is just yet. Everybody's still trying to feel each other out. Oh, good right hand, straight right hand in the middle. Have we really seen Zerto really like in danger? I haven't really seen it. I've seen him get hit, but not really in danger like that. What's his chin like, right? I don't know what his chin is like. Although he has, I mean, Zerto is slowing it down a little bit more than I thought that he would. I thought he would have applied a bit more pressure, especially come out the aggressor in this one. Really does look like the bigger man in this fight. Very clear. That is a good key component, especially with the Europeans. Their high guard and their hands are always up. Those body shots are open. Good left hand down the middle from Ramirez. Still not too much action really just yet. Ramirez is going much calmer than I thought that he would. Man, they stepping on each other's feet every single time. Nice counter shot. Oh, good exchange. Good exchange. What do we think? What do we think? First round's out the way. Who do you give that one to? Yeah, this one gonna heat up nicely going into the middle rounds. Zerto closed the gap early in this one. I mean, they look like they're trying to fight inside the pocket tonight. Who do you give that first round to? Again, as I said, man, the corner is such a key component, man, just to see what they're saying, all the adjustments. Very close. Yeah, absolutely, Franco. I think a bunch of these rounds are going to be like that, depending on what you're looking for. I could see it either way, whether you have it, whether you give it to Bivol, whether you give it to Zerto. Tough to score, but gave it to Bivol. Zerto was actually on the back foot. Yep, I agree. Bivol was the aggressor, which is a little interesting because I thought it would have been the other way around, especially this early. I know it's still early, but I figured Zerto would have came in and brought a lot more pressure, especially pushing back. But I think he's trying to use his length to his advantage here. Trying to fight, trying to box a little bit more. But I don't know if that's his fight. if this is how it goes, not, I mean, I think it's going to heat up in the fourth or the fifth round, but if this is how it goes, Bivol can fight this fight all night.
He's on the ball of his feet to be sliding out of distance by putting the hands are on top.
He's got great footwork. He catches punches really well.
There's a 3 straight punch combination there
Mm.
for Ramirez. He'll land. If he brings the feet
With his reach, man, with Bivol, with Zerto's reach, he can come in without even really. He can stay in that mid distance and try and land some of these shots. I mean, the body shots are there. There you go, just like that. The reach advantage is playing a little toll. Good counter, good straight hand. Not as much feints as Bivol did before. Zerto's out here trying to box, though. I like it. I like the adjustments, but I don't know if it's his fight. Good combination, good body shot, Zerto.
Bivol's team seemed to think that Ramirez will fade in the late rounds. He's just too big and can't keep up with the same cardio level that Bivol has. I think that's a reasonable
Another close round so far.
surprise. Bivol advancing how much he is this early in the fight.
Only because I guess we all thought that Ramirez was going to be really trying to push forward. But yeah, we thought he had to start fast, but it's a good round so far for the Mexican.
Very similar to the last round. Let me turn this light on real quick. Franco has it 1-1. I mean, I think honestly, man, I think a bunch of these rounds are gonna go just like that. Just depends what you're looking for. What did you see in that round? Who did you guys give that round to? Zerto's really using the reach, man. I really like what he's doing in that department.
Interesting words from Julian Chua in the corner of Gilberto Ramirez. He said Dmitry Bivol cannot adjust a lot in the course of his career against some pretty good opponents. See if that
Yeah, I'm expecting a lot of these rounds to be very similar.
Boxing off distance, he needs to get that in and out movement there. Just so Ramirez can't tap it, don't leave it. Just can't tap distance. Force him to throw over that front foot, commit.
Very close, man. I'm surprised that they're fighting this close right now. A lot of throws, no lands, no clean ones yet.
Zerto's nickname comes from Zerto de Oro, which translates in Spanish to a golden southpaw.
Litwan says, I'm gonna read that one right when this round is done, man. Looks like Ramirez is coming forward a little bit more. Looks like he has Bivol fighting off the back foot slightly. Nope, things just changed a little bit. Good head moving by Bivol. I like the fact that Ramirez is being very responsible with his approach to it, trying to make sure he doesn't put himself in danger. Can't make it too close though, man. You got to keep that fight. You got to keep that fight in the middle of the ring.
It's a three-punch combination for Ramirez. It's a right, left, right, and then you take the right foot on the outside, and when you get him on
I mean, right now it's another tough one to score. Good movement from Ramirez. And these last 20 seconds are always interesting. They get like a second win. Looks like Ramirez wants to box. 4th or 5th round is when I assume they probably let their hands go a little bit more. It'd be interesting to see how they can carry it.
trying to put pressure on people, trying to force Ramirez to throw.
Mm.
Ramirez not taking the bait.
Good combination to finish the round for Bivol. Good round. Good round. Good round. All right, Lewan says pound for pound, Tyson Fury number 5, Terrence Crawford 3, Crawford 4, Devin Haney 3, Tank 2, Spence 1. Hands down. What made you keep Inoue off your list? Who do you have in that fight? Who do you guys have won that round? Another close round. Could have went either way in that one as well, too. I think all these rounds are going to be like that. Very close fight. You could have it a draw right now too. You could argue it was Bivol. You could argue it was Zerto. Close rounds. Zerto is fighting like he's concerned about not getting counterpunched. I completely agree. Out of all the fights that I've watched of Zerto, I've never seen him fighting like this, like trying to really box, a little bit hesitant to let his hands go, put the pressure on. Big sign of respect for Bivol as well, too, that he has for him. It looks like Bivol's trying to figure some things out, though. Nice little right hand for Zerto. Starting to let their hands go a little bit more now. I haven't really seen Ramirez come forward yet, man. I definitely think he should come forward a little bit more and impose that size and that frame on him a little bit. Rough him up a little bit, change the dynamics of it. But probably because the hand speed of Bivol as well, too, where he knows Bivol is just going to counter him and fire 3 to 5 shots. You really got to pick your spots and pick your time and find the right time to take that risk. Bivol is just such a technician, man. Every round he looks the same. And then to me, like Zerto isn't fighting like the bigger man right now. You're making it look like Bivol is the bigger man. I don't know. He's doing well though, but oh, nice left hand by Zerto. Yeah, he looks a little bit hesitant to me, just to let the hands go a little bit more. But the other thing is, right, maybe he's a little bit conscious in the fact of, you know, going into the championship rounds, right? Being able to carry that frame and that size. Maybe he's saving a little bit up front to be able to put it on in the later rounds to have more energy. Franco got it 2-2. Very interesting so far, man. Franco's got it 2-2. Anybody else have it different, or you have it the same? 2-2. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Zerto can carry this going to the championship round, or when he's really going to start coming forward a little bit. Because I think if he does that and lets his hands go a little bit more and put that pressure on him, man. But the reach of Zerto, I think, as well too, has been really working for him without him putting himself in too much danger. And he's in reach with his reach, and when he can get the reach just like that right there. Nice right hand. Nice uppercut by Zerto. He's playing counterpuncher, absolutely. Yeah, I have it 2-2 as well. I think Bivol. No, I think Zerto. I think he's playing it a little safe, but when he does land and goes on the attack, man, he's hitting cleanly. Not all of his shots, but when he does let his hands go, he has some success. But I do think he needs to flip the aggression a little bit more. But then the also thing for me, like, Bivol is going to fight this way the whole fight. Can Zerto do the same, especially fighting like this? And that's the other part, is the hand speed of Bivol when he does counter punch. Zerto is quick, but he's not that quick. And honestly, I think whenever Zerto is ready to let the hands go, man, he's really going to impose his frame a little bit. If it was just to be able to give him something different, bully him a little bit. Good solid shots. Didn't really get himself in trouble. Yeah, that right there is a round for Bivol. That's a round for Bivol right there. Franco's got it 3-2 Bivol. I got you with that one too, man. I'm in agreement with that one. Zerto still looks a little, what's the word? Little hesitant, little gun shy almost for him to be able to really let the hands go a little bit more. Man throws a lot of punches in between rounds. This time he looks a little bit hesitant to be, probably because he doesn't want to get countered, obviously. But going into the later rounds where his body's going to break down a little bit more, man, I think Bivol going to the championship rounds, I think he's going to really let that experience show. And he's so precise and accurate with this. Look at these 4-piece, 5-piece combination. Brother Francisco says 3-1-1 for Bivol. I find scoring fights tough in general, and especially a fight like this. Absolutely. Absolutely. And when these rounds are so close, man, it's like you just never know what the judges are seeing. And it's also the other thing where it's like, I mean, all the chants that I've heard so far have been for Bivol. And the judges, I think, take that into play as well, too. So be interesting to see. Still, obviously, lots of fight left. Getting clipped with 2 jabs. Zerto just got clipped with 2 jabs. At some point, though, he's gonna have to take a risk. Bivol's got him fighting off the back foot a little bit in this round so far. Zerto looks like he's trying to counter. Ramirez is sitting down a little bit too low on that front, that back foot. But Bivol keeps coming forward. Got him on the corner, right where he wants him, I'm sure. Way to get off the ring, though. Right off to get off the sides. Nice combination. 1-2 down the middle. Yeah. And when oh man. Solid round for Bivol. Agreed, TJ. Agreed, bro. This whole round, for me, from what I've seen, right, I've just seen Zerto fighting off the back foot in this one, backing up. Bivol's the one coming forward. He's the one dictating the pace of this one so far. In this round, what do you guys think? What do you see so far? Round 6, what do you see? Catch him coming in again, counterpunching him. Bivol looks to have his timing a little bit more. Looks to be getting a lot more confident this round. I think that was another round for Bivol. I'm gonna give that 6 to Bivol right there. Who do you guys give that 1 to? At some point, man, Zerto's got to let the hands go and come forward and take that risk a little bit, change the momentum, because Bivol can do this all around, every round. You know he doesn't change. You know he fights very robotic. And it's nothing fancy. It's just a simple shot. Man, we in round 7 already. Time is flying. Time is flying. Who was that? Joshua Boazzi? Was that AJ? Dubai hasn't really been too good for AJ. He needs to probably fight somewhere else a little bit now. Leave Dubai alone for a little bit. Again, this round looking a little similar to the last round. Ramirez fighting off the back foot a little bit more. Bivol pushing him back, starting to come forward a little bit more. Looks like he's got his timing down to me, especially in these last 2 rounds, man. Anticipating what he's going to do and punch where he's going to be. Head movement is looking good. Good movement by Zerto. But that's the other thing too, man, is you can't just not fire back, Zerto. Bivol just coming forward. Big left hand. And, you know, I don't even think Bivol's shot is really hurting Zerto like that, but it's stinging him. It's making him think about coming in. And sometimes that's all you need to do is to make your opponent think, right? Make them think that there's something else that they should be afraid of. And every time Zerto comes forward, Bivol pushes him back. Oh, it caught him clean with that one. Caught him clean with that one as well. Too clean with that last one. Very good sequence by Bivol, moving out the way after his shots, not staying in the corner. Man, he just looks really, really locked in right now, man. Is it me, or does Zerto look a little bit tired? Does it look like he's gasping for air a little bit more? Looks like it for me, from my angle. Looks like it for me. But again, allowing Bivol to dictate the pace of this one, not letting your hands go still. You're still fighting off the back foot. This is another round for Bivol for me. Another round for Bivol. How do you guys have that one? How do you guys have it right now through these rounds? Bivol right now is kind of walking away with it a little bit, especially these last two rounds. I think Zerto's going to have to make an adjustment and really start letting the hands go a little bit more, man. At some point, you got to adjust the plan. At some point, you got to take a risk. You got to trust that the power and that your skills are there to help to back it up. He's got all the tools to make this a very uncomfortable fight, but it does not look like he wants to use it. Now, that's partially credit to Bivol, too, for his speed and his IQ and what he's doing. But if you continue fighting like this is going to happen every single round, especially going into the championship rounds. Franco says, yeah, I agree. And that's the other thing with Bivol, too, that I do like is when he does come and he's in range, man, he's letting some shots go. Even when he counters, it's one or two shots. It's two or three shots, never just one by himself. So even if the first one doesn't connect, one of them will. The judges see that. When they see the head snapping back, absolutely. You got to get off the ropes, Earl. Get off of the ropes. Get off, man. Don't lean on it. I know he's trying to bait him in a little bit, but Bivol's not going to take that bait, man. Haven't really seen too much body work from Zerto as well. Well, there was a nice little shot. But every time, man, you gotta do more. You can't just fire one shot against this guy, Zerto. There we go. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. That's how you got to back him up, Zerto. That's how you got to back him up. Let the hands go. Step. That's how you do it. Get out of the corner.
never really been in this position before, Barry. You know, you don't really perhaps know exactly what to do because you never had to do it.
Well, of course, but these are the fun shots.
I mean, Bivol hasn't done much this round, so Zerto keeps this up. He may steal this round right here. But you gotta get off. You gotta get off the ropes. Get off the ropes, Zerto. Get off, man. What are you doing? Don't just stay there. Don't go. Come on, man. Don't be staying there, man. Come on, man. And it looks like Zerto is slowing down a little bit as well, too. The steam on his punches, it's not, you know, it's not power. No power behind it right now. Honestly, I think Bivol took that round off. But I'm gonna give that one. I'm gonna give. Well, he did have him on the ropes, and he fired off like 8 shots, and Zerto did nothing, even though they all didn't hit. Brother Francisco says Bivol is in control. Is it more because of Zerto's tentativeness, or is it because of Bivol's skill? Honestly, I think it's a bit of both. I don't think he hasn't really taken that risk and really pressed forward yet to me. But also, I think Bivol is probably a lot more quicker than Zerto thought. Franco has 5-3 Bivol on his scorecards. TJ gave that last round to Zerto. He landed the cleaner shots, 5-3 Bivol. Yeah, I think we can all be in agreement that Bivol is up. I think 5-3 is very fair. But these next rounds are going to be interesting.
Where's the Mexican style? Where is Ramirez trying to push Bivol back, letting his hands go, being the bully? He's the bigger man, but will you?
Honestly, to me, it looks like Zerto's a little bit intimidated, a little bit. Like he's afraid to make a mistake. Oh, my stream fell down. Let me make sure I re-get my stream back up. As I get my stream back up, keep me posted on what's happening. Yeah, my stream picked the wrong time to cut out, man. Got 3 more rounds to go. It had to do me like this. Keep me posted. What am I missing? Anything exciting happened just yet, or has it been more of the same? That's one thing about Bivol, man, is the man is just so disciplined. Okay, let's see.
Chris, are you getting the sense from Zerto
Oh, what is that?
rounds at this point?
I think they have to realize that they're down the fight. I think their concern right now is for.
Okay, we back up and running. We back up and running. I mean, I know we've been saying it a while, man, but man, Zerto got to let the hands go. You know what I'm saying? I know we've been saying it all fight. We've been waiting for him to let the hands go, but for whatever reason, obviously it's a credit to how well Bivol is fighting and the hand speed of Bivol, but it just looks like he's very hesitant, a little gun shy, like the moment is starting to get to him a little bit. Got him on the ropes. There you go, Zerto. Let the hands go, man. Let the hands go. You got him on the ropes. Just let the hands go. Just let the hands go. Nah. Firing back at will, though. Better round for Zerto. Good response by Bivol. What is wrong with Zerto, man? Franco, man, 6'3" Bivol. Franco says it's 6'3" Bivol. I don't, man. He just looks a little bit hesitant, and I really think that I don't think he's used to the hand speed of Bivol. All right, I think that's a part of it as well too, and how much he's been countered this fight. And when Bivol comes to fire back, it's never just one shot. There's more behind it, 2 to 3 shots, and that backs anybody up. So I don't know. I haven't really seen any adjustments from Zerto yet. I still haven't seen the Zerto that we're used to and accustomed to. But again, I mean, we know it's an interesting night that we've seen before, right? We saw what happened to Barrett. We saw how well he was doing, and all of a sudden, one shot. But I don't see Bivol changing his style or changing his tune. But it does look like he's fighting with a little bit more urgency, right? So maybe he's trying to try something. Anybody have it differently so far? All right. Anybody think some of those rounds were closer than what we're seeing? Now my stream is down again, but Ramirez. Yeah, my stream is down too. I agree. I mean, every round looks very similar. And I haven't seen Zerto be that person that we're used to seeing him. And when you're fighting a guy like Bivol, who is so disciplined, I just don't see him acting out of character. He's not being brought out there. Zerto isn't letting his hands go enough. Stream is back up. We back in it. Missed some of that 10th round. Only saw a little bit of that 10th round. That 10th round, did anything different? Was it the same thing? How do you score that 10th round? All these rounds look very very similar, very deja vu. Yeah, I think definitely at this point, man, I think Zerto needs a KO. He might come on strong these next 2 rounds, right? Because at this point, it's like if you need a knockout, you got to go and get it. It's not just going to come to you. You got to go and get it. Not the performance I thought that Zerto was going to put forth. Obviously, there's still 2 more rounds, but as Brother Francisco said, is it more because of Zerto's tentativeness or is it more because of Bivol's skill? And again, I think it's a bit of both. Because right now, I mean, Bivol's comfortably winning this fight. And you would still think that, he would fight a little bit different in these last 3 rounds, and he hasn't. He hasn't come in the same style, same way, same thing. But he can't continue to come with just one punch, just one shot. Got to come with 2 or 3 because Bivol's coming with 3 or 4. Even if they just touch a little bit, the judges are seeing it. Oh. Oh, that right shot, that right shot hurt him a little bit. Very subtle movements from Bivol. Man, we gotta get over that head class, Zerto. We gotta push through that. We gotta push through that. Championship rounds, man. We gotta push through that. Still getting pushed back. Bivol still pushing them back, still having his way in the fight. There you go. Nice right hand, Zerto. But he's saving everything too late. Credit to Bivol for constantly moving, though, especially when he's on the ropes. Especially when he's on the ropes. But nonetheless, another similar round. How do you guys have it? How do you guys have it right now? Clear, Bivol's comfortably winning the fight, I would say. I think we can all agree to that one. Trying to get the stream back up. What did we miss? Closer than the Canelo fight, I think. I agree. Absolutely agree. The other thing too, man, how sometimes people get to a championship fight and they start to overthink, right? And they start to act out of their character. To me, this is what it looks like for Zerto. I really think, and if he just let his hands go, he would really start to impose his will a little bit more. But he just looks very hesitant, doesn't want to get countered, doesn't want to be in a position where he's in trouble. But that's just not his fight to me. That's Bivol's style of fighting. Some of those shots absolutely are getting through. And at the beginning, the reach that he was using and how he was doing it, how he was using it, it's good. Okay. Let's see if we can get the stream back up. This should be what, the 12th round now? It should be almost over with now, right? Let me know. Oh, we got it back. We're back in it. We're back in it. Last round, Zerda. Come on, man. You gotta let the hands go, bro. But I do agree with what you said, TJ. This is definitely a much closer fight than Bivol and Canelo. I think the hand speed is giving Zerdo some problems, though. Now is the time, though, man. You gotta risk, though. You gotta sell out. You gotta sell out now. For a minute and 30 seconds, you gotta sell out. Right? Don't play it safe. Let the hands go. If you have to take a shot to give 3 shots, you gotta try. But even, man, we've all coming off strong. He's just coming. He's still just coming with 1 or 2 shots at a time. That's not gonna cut it. What stream are you using, or can you say mine has been down since the 10th? I have been using. My friend passed me. I think it's called Meth Streams is the one that he passed it to. But nonetheless, Brother Francisco, is what, 25, 24 seconds left. And it's really just been more of the same thing that has been happening from the 6th to the 10th round, or 6th to the 12th round. Zerdo's still not letting his hands go enough. And this is even a round that I would score for Bivol. Yeah, I think it was a good effort from Zerdo. I think it was a good effort. It was a good effort. This was another good win for Bivol. Well, we can't say win just yet because we don't know how they're scoring it. But assuming, I mean, to beat Canelo and everything that came with that, and the excitement and the notoriety and all of that stuff that came with it, to follow it up with a performance like this, things are looking good for Bivol. So now, well, we could talk about that when we see the cards, when we see the scorecards. I don't want to speak too soon. We have no idea what the judges may be seeing. But what do you guys see? How did you score it? Did you see anything that I didn't see or we didn't see? Bivol for the win, right? That's probably how some of us saw it, right? Did anybody see it differently? Yeah, he's firing back with 3 or 4 shots of his own, man. One of them got to get through at some point. Good effort by Zerdo. Just wasn't enough. And I don't think he fought his fight. I don't think he fought his fight this whole time. Those championship fights like this one, man, makes a big difference. Once Bivol found his groove, it just stayed there. RJ, Captain Hook. All right, let's see these scorecards. Let's see what they're saying.
one day and he keeps giving us performances like this, who knows? Again, this is
Good performance from Bivol, man.
he hasn't won it until he's won it. David Diamante about to make it official.
Come on, Diamante, man. Read the scores.
After 12 rounds of action here in Abu Dhabi, we go to the judges' scorecards. Sean Robert Lane, 118, 110.
118, 110.
And Bob Carney both scored it out 117 to 111. All
It's pretty wide.
for your winner by unanimous decision. He's still undefeated and still the WBO light heavyweight champion.
Okay. No quorums there. Not one bit. Correct.
He made it look easy. Is there a ceiling in your mind, Barry, for Dmitry?
Brother Francisco says, credit to Bivol. He did his thing. A bit disappointing from Zerto. Besides everything we mentioned, Zerto's punches didn't have much on them when he did land, and no body work. I didn't see much body work either. And that's something that we've seen him go to. That's one of his strong suits. And I completely agree. The steam and just the aggression. I don't know, man. He was trying to box tonight, and that's not his fight. It's hard to box someone who doesn't really make mistakes like that and is as disciplined as a Dmitry Bivol. I thought he should have went in and just tried to rough him up. You know what I'm saying? Like went in and tried to make it that grueling dog fight. Really impose your size and your frame on him and take that risk. If you got to let off your hands, take that risk. So not the best performance from Zerto, but I thought he had some good moments. But the moment that Bivol started to find his groove, found the timing, it really showed who was in control of this fight. But I also think it was those championship experience that makes the big difference as well, too. In fights like this, right, we've seen many times before, going against the tough competition that Bivol has had before and the confidence that he took beating Canelo, even though, Canelo was the one coming in, to beat him, that's a lot of big momentum. And then moving forward to follow that up with a performance like this, it was a very Dmitry Bivol fight. So I look forward to seeing the Undisputed, man. I hope that one gets made soon. Even though I think Better Be has to fight Anthony Yard, I think. Anybody else on the chat right now have anything different that Brother Francisco said? What did you guys think about it? What did you see happening? Bivol doesn't really look like he got touched here, did he? Looks like he kind of came out unscathed a little bit here. I'd be interested to see what those stats look like for the land rate and the completion rate.
After a year like this, you have spent a lot of years looking for these big fights. You get the big fight against Canelo. You get a big fight against Gilberto Ramirez. What has this year been for you? I proved myself. I can be the best guy in the world. I was happy. Now I think another guy who doesn't know what good is.
He's getting a lot more confident, man. You could tell these recent wins really have been with him. But again, he's a tough guy to beat. That Better Be at fight would definitely be interesting, man. Good win. Good win. Good performance. Good performance. Before we wrap up here, what did you guys think of tonight, man? Did this fight live up to it? Was it a little bit underwhelming? What were your thoughts of this card and the whole card in general? What was some of the highlights for you? And if there are any questions that you guys have, please drop them in the chat. Again, I want to thank each of you for tuning in and giving me a little bit of your time and watching it with me. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the support that you guys continue to show towards the channel. We'll be doing some more lives. Let me know what lives you guys would want to come on for, and we can kind of go from there and figure it out. So any questions, please let me know. Please drop it in the chats. And I think next week is a bit of a quiet week. I got to double check what's happening this week. I know UFC is having a massive card coming up. I'll probably cover a bunch of those fights as well too.
This is my way. Congratulations, Dmitry. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everyone who coming. Thank you for everyone who watch my fight, who support me. Thank you.
Good win. Good win. All right, everyone. Much love. I appreciate each of you. Thank you again for tuning in. Oh, brother Francisco says, decent fight, a bit underwhelming, but good work from you, brother. I appreciate you, man. I truly do. Thank you again for all your support. I really do appreciate it. And thank each of you who is still on. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for chilling out, watching the fights. And of course, I'll definitely have some videos coming this week as per usual. So again, I appreciate each of you. Have a great rest of your night. Stay safe. God bless. Have a good rest of your night, everyone. Take care.